Hello, hello. Good evening, everybody. Hope everyone's having a good night. We're 3 days away from Christmas, if you can't tell with the festivities. We got our Christmas tree from last week's live stream build on back here. And then, as you can tell, I've got the Santa hat. I hope everybody's having a good holiday week. Looks like we got Axel in the chat. Hey, Axel, good to have you tonight. We also have David Schlitter in the chat. As you can tell, Dave's in the chat. He's not here. Kelly's also not here. So I am by myself tonight on stream. We're going to have a lot of fun. We've got a cool build plan that I'm excited for. But if you're in the chat, I've got a poll going right now about coffee, and we'll get into why in a second. It has to do with the build if you haven't read the title. But we've got a poll going on. Are you a coffee drinker? Let me know in the poll in the chat. But I hope everybody's doing good. Tonight we're doing a fun build. And before we get started, I want to show you something really quick. I want to let you know we've got a gift card sale going on right now. So we've got e-gift cards, so they'll be delivered directly to your email after you check out. And it's a perfect gift if you're like me. I haven't done a single bit of Christmas shopping. So if you're like me and wait until the last minute, these are good because they're e-gift cards. And right now you get 15% off. You can give them to somebody or use them yourself. We're not going to judge. But their gift card, the code for the 15% off is in the description of the gift cards. We've got that going on. And I also want to let you know we've got the adjustable angle connectors in black. They're back in stock. So we did initial run, a couple of runs, and they sold out, which thanks again everybody in the community for that. But we've got them back in stock. So if you're waiting for them, they are here back in stock. And another thing back in stock, last thing, which we'll actually be using in the build tonight, is blue shrink wrap. So we've got those things. Just want to let you all know that we've got those back in stock, and that's what we got going on for sales. Tonight we're doing if you haven't read the title, we're doing a coffee mug tree build. So it's not really a Christmas tree like we did last week. Going back here, those lights might be kind of crazy if if they get distracting. Let me know. I'll change one of the modes, but I thought it was kind of cool. Hey Hannah, good to have you in the chat. But we're doing a tree build, but it's not a Christmas tree. So we're doing a coffee mug tree. Looks like, let's see here. Let me pull this up and show it to you. So if you don't know, this is what a coffee mug tree is. We've got basically just the simple base, and it goes up and it holds coffee mugs. And it looks like a tree and holds coffee mugs. Basically what it is, I mean, you can buy them from Amazon, Target, places like that. They're not too expensive at all, but, you know, not everything's about saving money. We just wanted a fun build to do and hang out. And I got to shout out JT in the shop for giving me this idea because I think it's a great idea. It's something we're going to be using half-inch conduit. I think it's the first half-inch conduit build on, maybe even on the channel. I know it's the first one on the live stream, but I'm not sure if it's the first one on the channel. But anyway, regardless, that's what we're building tonight. And the same as last week, I've already cut the pipes and put shrink wrap on. And like I said, we got blue shrink wrap back in stock. So I already stole some and am using it for the build tonight. That's the build we're doing. I'm going to check in on the poll here. We've got 75%. I can't imagine life without coffee. That is also where I'm at. I have to have a cup of coffee in the morning. I usually make one last all day. Sometimes I'll get multiple. Just depends how the day's going. But we have 0%. I hate it. So we've got a lot of coffee drinkers in the chat. Thanks, everybody, for putting in your votes on that. All right, so that's the build for tonight. And I'm excited. And I've also got some coffee mugs you can't see here off camera there. I just stole a bunch from a cabinet. I have a bunch on my desk at the office that I'm going to have to put on this once get it built and back to the office. But that's the build. So let's jump right in without further ado. So I'm just kind of doing that same design. Instead of having a round base, we're just doing a 4-way connector with 4 pipes coming out of it. So go ahead and do this vertical. Dave said he drinks it all day and asked if this was a build for my desk. It very well should be because it's funny. I wasn't really. Oh my gosh. Axel said 4 cups in the morning before he leaves for the gym. That is I can't imagine life without coffee answer. That's a lot of coffee. I'd also love to know what your favorite type of coffee is. So if you've got, like I usually just get to the shop, we've got a K-cup, I just pop one in there, quick and easy. But I also don't mind a good, latte every now and again. I'm a big sucker for iced coffee, vanilla iced coffee, which I think Chick-fil-A has the best. But I'd love to know, are you the type of person you brew it at home and you got just a classic grounds? Do you grind your own beans? Do you do a K-cup? Do you go all out and you have your own espresso machine? I know my dad and brother just recently got a full-on espresso machine, and it's pretty crazy. You can get really into it and turn into your own barista, your own house barista. But, yeah, I'd love to know, do you stop at Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, Chick-fil-A? Do you stop and get your own, or do you make it at home? And whenever I usually do get the K-cups, I usually just do the Colombian dark roast or medium dark, usually. Usually just drink it black. Don't usually add any sugar or anything like that. Axel says black K-cups. Yeah, see, we're on the same page. We like the quick and easy. We are definitely on the same wavelength. Dave says Mr. Coffee all the way old school. I just don't have time for that. Like, I don't really drink it at home. That's another thing. I only drink it when I'm at work or if I'm out and about and get like Chick-fil-A or something. But I don't think I've ever actually brewed my own cup. And I didn't really start drinking coffee, from a maker up until probably this past year. But yeah, Dave says Mr. Coffee all the way old school, which I'll totally drink if it's there. I'm not K-cup snob. Now I'm adding on some rubber feet to the bottom of this stand just to kind of balance it out. If you have it sitting directly on the connector, you might get some wobble, but we're going to put 4 of these on here and it'll just kind of raise it a little bit and keep it elevated off the table. Try that angle for a second. All right, just push those on there. And I've already put shrink wrap on here. And I actually have a little bit of a hack I'm going to show you in a minute once we get there. But we're starting with the legs. But going back to what Dave said about is for my desk. So, like I said, I just started drinking coffee like a year ago. Didn't really have any coffee cups. Then I bought one. It's like a Landmark project. I don't know if you've ever heard of that company, but they're a cool company, and they do like save or only you can prevent like Smokey the Bear, like wildfire prevention stuff. Anyway, I got like a camper mug from them because I like camper mugs a lot. And then I just started building up a collection of coffee mugs. Now on my desk, I've got a whole pile of them behind my monitor, just kind of hidden away. I almost took a picture and brought it, but yeah, I might steal this and put this on my desk, or we might use it in the break area. Hannah says K-cups normally French vanilla. That's another good one. I like French vanilla a lot. I don't usually add anything like cream or sugar or milk or anything to coffee. I just usually drink it black, but whenever I do like French vanilla. Okay, so we got the base. So as you can see here, in these, they just have like a little base and then a long pipe up the middle, and then they just branch off. So we're doing the same thing, except I've just got a base with just a 5-way connector and then 4 pipes. And this might be a little too long. Might shorten that later, but I figured it was fine. Might take up a lot of space on the table. I might have to shorten it, but it's good for now. Let's see. So to branch off, I'm just going to stack some 45s off of here. Like that. So I'm just going to do that in various places. And then the hack I wanted to show you guys, I don't know if this is technically a hack. I would consider it a hack, but maybe not. So what I've done, I've got 1/2-inch conduit. This is going to go inside of the connector with our 3/4 inch adapter shims. It's over top of 1/2-inch conduit. And then I have shrink wrapped over top of the conduit and over top of the shim. So not only does that really secure the shim in place, but it also looks nice. And then whenever the connector is closed completely, like that, and we hang up the coffee mugs, it'll have a nice little bump there that will catch the coffee mug. So that's how we're going with 1/2 inch. Almost did 1/2 inch for the whole thing, but I figured 3/4 inch would be a good kind of base. Dave said, did you grab coffee mugs from the house or shop? I grabbed these from the cabinets in your house. I went into the cabinets and grabbed as many as I could carry up the stairs. Thankfully, I didn't drop any. We made it upstairs successfully. But they are... Dave will recognize these. All right, so we're just going to do... earlier, when I pre-built this, I didn't space it properly, so the mugs were hitting each other. So I'm going to try to do a better job of spacing this out. Probably should have already got my hardware out. All right, let's see here. And it's not too many connectors. And like I said, if you wanted to buy one, you can get them for like 10 or 15, 20 bucks on Amazon or Walmart or Target. But if you got a few connectors around, or if you're just looking for an easy, fun project, this is a good one. All right, so using the 1/2 inch adapter shim, and and the 45. Just gonna get that in there just right. And this actually, after I built it earlier, I was like, it makes a pretty good tabletop Christmas tree. Just the way the kind of branch, they kind of branch off there. But we'll look at it again once we get more on there. It looks more like a Christmas tree. But now, we'll just loop that. Oh, we're still hitting the ground. Maybe need to go up a little bit. When I tried this at the shop, the coffee mugs we have in the break area at the shop were a lot smaller. These are a little bit longer, so. Okay, Dave said, careful with the dad's pottery. One of a kind. I had no idea your dad made those. That's cool. I'll be very careful. I forgot that Dave's dad did a lot of pottery. Maybe he still does. But that's where some of these are, so I'll be very gentle with them. So, whoa, as I say, as it falls off the bump. The ones at the shop were catching a lot better. Okay, I think that'll hold okay. We can't go all the way down to the connector if we need to, but I think I can also just do it like that. Okay, we'll keep going up. So I think I'm just gonna stack it like this. Looks like grab the target ones. Oh, good. Helicopter or something going outside. Another on-stream helicopter. I really like the way 2 45s stacked like this look. I think it'd be cool to have a connector that basically did this, but these were on the same plane. So you had one pipe in the middle and then two that branch off. I think that would look really cool. So imagine like that. Kind of hard to see with that there, but I think that would be a cool connector. I see that being useful for peaks and things. I mean, I guess that would be, maybe you wouldn't want to use that for a peak. But it'd be good for a coffee mug tree. Italian dark roast of a nice medium blend with a rich aroma. That's very specific, Morgan. Hey, but you don't mess with people's coffee. If they like it a certain way, don't mess with it. Should totally make one for the shops. We have somewhere to put the coffee mugs. Yeah, I'll bring this one to the shop and we'll see if JT can put it to use. Slide a rubber hose washer over the blue part and butt it up to the connector as a stop. That's a good idea. A rubber hose washer. I don't have any of those here, but that is a good tip whenever I am able to actually go for a supply run. All right, let's see how this does. Yeah, I could have used adjustable angle, so this wouldn't have been so aggressive of an angle, but I think that's working pretty well. And then we'll just, yeah, works pretty well. Have to use Axel's advice and figure out a better solution to catch it. What I should do is switch it to adjustable angle so I can just kind of make this less aggressive so it doesn't, have such an aggressive drop below. When I did it at the shop, those coffee mugs worked pretty well. All right, so I need to make sure that when I put the next ones on, don't bump into them. Let's see. So if I do it like right there, that should give me enough clearance. Let me make sure. I think going back and forth and doing kind of 2 and then 2, because I was going to do 6, but I may not have enough room with these mugs. Can shorten it for the shop mugs. Morgan said 4 cups a day. Another 4 cup a day drink. Well, Axel just said 4 cups before the gym. We don't know how much that is per day. Axel, if you're in the chat, do you drink more than 4 cups a day or just the 4 before the gym? I feel like I'm out of my league here with the coffee drinkers. I just get my 1 cup a day. All right. Let's see here. That's good. Just eyeball it. We'll check it in a second before I tighten it. It kind of does look like a Christmas tree. If I had some green wrap, do some looks like a tree. See, kind of. It's like Charlie Brown's Christmas tree. Okay. Let's try. Okay. So yeah, I'm just going to keep doing that design. Just keep going up. Let me check this real quick. I might actually stop at 4 because I only have 4 mugs anyway. Be very gentle with the coffee mugs. So you can kind of see. Let me put this the other direction so it lines up properly. That's okay. All right, well, I made it for the shop anyway, so it'll be okay with the shop mugs because that's when I tried it on earlier. I think it's working pretty well. Just need to add another stop there for the mugs. Axel said 4 to start and several during the day. Wow, that is a lot of coffee. That's cool though. I like coffee a lot. It's kind of a necessity. It's a good pick me up. Sometimes if I do get a second cup, I'll go right. I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 o'clock. Oh, Dave said his dad didn't make these, so have at it. Okay, cool. Now I don't feel as bad if I break one. I was being very, very gentle with the mugs, which I guess I still don't want to break them, but I was being like super duper careful because I thought those were one of a kind, handmade, artesian mugs. But now we can be a little bit more aggressive with the coffee mugs. I should have brewed a cup tonight for the live stream. Coffee doesn't really, the caffeine doesn't really affect me too much. It kind of depends though. Like if I'm on a long late night drive, then I want coffee. I think the hot drink and the caffeine helps, but for the most part, I feel like it doesn't really do too much for me. We might be running out of real estate to even do anymore. because I actually had 8 originally, because the shop mugs are a little bit smaller. But let's see where we're at with 4 here. This little sculpture, it looks kind of cool from the top down. Looks wild. But like I was saying earlier, it kind of looks like a little tree. Just needs some green wrap and more branches. Okay, let's test fit these on here. All right, so there's one. Maybe I'll put this one backwards so it sits a little bit differently. There we go. And then, oh yeah, if I arrange it like this, I got plenty of room. And they're kind of bumping into each other. But yeah, it looks on the overhead camera, it looks like just a mess of coffee mugs. But kind of a coffee mug tree. Pretty close. Works pretty well. I just need to add more branches to it and use it for the work coffee mugs. So I guess I could add those on. Or maybe I turn it into an actual tree. That was kind of a fast build. We're 20 minutes in and we're already finished with the build. Well, do we build something else? We build something with minis? Oh, wait, I gotta put this. Let's put this up here. I don't know, guys. I mean, it was a really fast build, but that's kind of all I had prepared. So maybe we'll just call it with that. But I hope everybody has a good Christmas. Thanks for hanging out. And oh yeah, that's a good idea. Axel said a multiple toilet paper holder. That's a great idea. Kind of a toilet paper tree. Nice. I can see that. You just pop them on there. Yeah, Dave said I don't have him here distracting me. Usually we have a lot more dialogue when you're here, so I get distracted and then I pull up stuff on the on the computer. But yeah, this is our Christmas mug tree or coffee mug tree. I think it turned out pretty good. Have to take Axel's idea and add a stop there so it holds the mugs better. Also thought, well, I don't know if that would really do anything. I thought maybe something with one-hole straps, but I mean that really wouldn't do anything here. We were talking about one-hole straps today at the shop, so I had them on the mind, but I don't really know what they would do here. Because I mean, I guess you could put one on there, and then it would kind of stop it like that. I don't know. Had to figure out some ideas. But yeah, that was a fun build. Quick and easy. If you've got a few connectors laying around and you want to make it, you got a lot of coffee mugs laying around, there's a good idea for you. But Axel said he could start. But yeah, if you want to, Axel said he could start bothering it if he wants. Yeah, go right ahead, Axel. Yeah. Do your worst. But anyway, hope everybody has a good Christmas. Only a couple days away. And don't forget about the gift card sale and a couple things we have back in stock. As always, it was fun hanging out, fun chatting. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you in the next one. I'll be back again next Wednesday. Not sure what I'm building next week, but we will be back next Wednesday. So thanks, everybody. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Hope everybody has a good evening, good rest of your week, good Christmas. And we'll see you later.